The calendar guarantees you will get older. Personal growth guarantees you will get better. Okay? While we are alive, and then every day we will get older and older, but there's no guarantee we will get better. But if you grow yourself, it will guarantee that you will keep getting better. So that has been my passion, my prayer, that I want to keep growing so I can keep leading, so I can keep giving. When I stop growing, I should stop leading. So don't just go through life. You need to grow through life. A lot of us went through hard times in life. A lot of times it's not an option. We just have to face it. But learning it and growing through it is an option. We have to choose that we will grow through the things that we went through. So choose to grow through life. Here it is. You don't decide your future. You decide your habits. Your habits decide your future. That is so powerful. This is so powerful that I cannot decide my future. I can only decide my habit. I form my habit daily. What should I do with myself daily? How do I invest my time daily? You see, a lot of us want to spend time doing what we want, doing what we like. But very little of us invest our time. You see, with spending, you don't get return. But with investing, you will get return. So always choose to invest in this life and invest in yourself. The best bet that you can get for your future is investing in yourself. Invest in yourself. Put everything you've got, your time, your money, everything, put it in yourself. Help yourself grow and form that habits, because your habits will decide your future. So there's no question, if today our habits are not healthy, then we can already see the future. There is nothing coincidence with success. It has been formed daily by your habits. Now, growth is the greatest separator between those who succeed and those who do not. That's it. If you see someone succeeding and then you see another one is not succeeding, the greatest separator is their growth. So where are we standing today? Do we want to grow? Do we want to be intentional? Because that's what decides whether we're going to get our success. Okay. Growth is joy. This is so true. A lot of us getting stuck, and then we feel bad about ourselves, and then we don't love ourselves. We just hate our condition and situation until we are growing, because we find out that growth is joy. Guarantee growth is joy. So all I'm asking you, let's grow. Let's keep growing. Grow yourself. Now, throughout this class, please pay attention to this. The most important thing throughout this class is to gain understanding and not just information. Because the class gives you a lot of good informations. Those information, those quotes that will wow you, that will impress you. But that is not the purpose of this class. The purpose of this class is for all of us to gain understanding. You see, nowadays we have been given a lot of information from social medias, from YouTube, from Those are all informations. We get the first news, first information, but very lack understanding. We need to gain understanding. It has to be intentional. It has to go more than just information. We need to have understanding. So when you get understanding, we can take action. So please, throughout this class, write down what you want to take action for. Write it down. Because for all of you, it's going to be different. Don't compare yourself. Just put yourself front of this class and put everything all about you. How do you want to grow? What action you wanted to take? So don't just watching and listening. Take action. Now, people change only when they, three things, hurt enough that they have to. They learn enough that they want to. And they receive enough that they are able to. So speaking about my life, that I didn't realize that growth is my responsibility, not until I experience things that is not pleasant, bad experience, that I am forced to change, that I am forced to learn. That is the first level of person who want to grow, is when they experience not pleasant experience, that they hurt enough that they have to, it's like, I really don't want to go to the dentist until the pain I cannot bear anymore. You see, the pain will force us to change. Okay, that's the first level. The next level is getting the understanding in a way that I really want to change. I desire to change because now I understand. Because now I know it's my responsibility, then I want to do it without people telling me what to do. I want it. Now, the third one is that I receive enough. What? Receive enough what? Receive enough help, receive enough training, receive enough mentoring, that now I am able to change. You see, this is about our life is people change because of these three things. So change occurs when you take action. So don't expect your situation will change if you don't take action. So transformation is the result of action. So again, I'm asking you to write down what you can act upon from every session that we will go through. Okay, write it down. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Just write it down, even every small things, because what makes this class valuable is not the information, but is the understanding that leads to action. Okay, the understanding that leads to action. Okay, this is the last one of the introduction. Growth journey, not goal journey. What's the difference? Growth journey has no plateau. Growth journey asking, how far can I go? Not how long does it take? Growth journey is lifelong, not seasonal. So let me explain. We all have goal. For example, I want to lose 10 kilograms. That is a goal. Then I'm going to ask myself, how long does it take? I want to get certification for this, for that. And then I'm going to ask, how long does it take? That is a goal journey. There is a peak, there is a plateau. Once I get it, it's done. That is what you're talking about, the goal journey. Always the question is, how long does it take? But growth journey is lifelong. There is no plateau. There is no ending. There is no stopping it. You just keep going. You will keep asking, oh, now I can get this goal. Now I can get that goal. Oh, how far can I go? It's no longer hitting certain goals. It's just keep hitting another goal. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's the growth journey. And that's what's exciting about growth. You see, what's interesting is on Earth, if you keep digging, if you keep utilizing the materials from Earth, maybe it's coal, gold, or whatever, it will keep decreasing. But with human, the more we keep digging, the more we keep utilizing, it will keep growing. That's how God put potential in us. The more we dig it, the more we use it, the more we grow it. So again, growth journey is what we are going to go through, not about the goal. So I understand that this class is for 7 sessions, but your growth is not gonna stop after 7 sessions. This is the beginning of your growth until the rest of your life. You will keep growing. Okay, so I need to put this understanding first that this is about growth. This is not about goal. With growth journey, you will keep hitting goals, but you're not stopping there. You will keep going. Okay, that's it. So that's the introduction. I will stop sharing and I will give the opportunity for us to stop for a while and asking you if you have questions. Okay, let's see. The first law of personal growth is this, the law of intentionality. What does it say? It says growth doesn't just happen. Personal growth is not a natural process in most people's life. So any one of you have a plan for growth? Because we know growth is not automatic. Getting old is automatic. The calendar will tell us that we're growing older every day. But growing yourself is never automatic. You need to be intentional. Do you have a plan for personal growth? Because before I read this book, I have to be honest, I have no idea that I need a plan. Why? Because I have been in a system at school that someone else have create a curriculum, created the system of what to learn, when to take the test, when to graduate. It has been there for the school system. So once I graduated, I thought that I will grow when I am in a working environment. It is not automatic. Even if we're working, it is not automatic. Growth needs to be planned. So if I'm asking, what is your experience in working within the food and beverages area? Some of you probably gonna answer 1 year, 2 year, 3 years of experience. See, the thing is, it might not be accurate. If you're asking my people in the company, in the manufacturing company here in Bandung, if I ask them, some of them have been working in my company for 25 years, 30 years. So they will ask, my experience is 25 years. That's a lot of experiences. But the truth is, probably the more accurate is their experience is 1 year, repeated 25 times. If we are not intentional in growing ourselves, we will feel that we have enough skill, we have enough understanding from what we got in the early years, and then we keep repeating that over and over. For the next 10 years, we're going to keep using that same skill, understanding, and not growing anymore. That is not personal growth. That's where we got stuck. The thing is, we need to be intentional. Am I learning something new this year? Do I have to grow myself out of this? What can I get better understanding, better skill? Every year we need to evaluate this. You know, we will learn from these sessions of how to be intentional, how to have a plan in the personal growth. So everyone needs to start thinking that we need to have a plan for growth. Imagine, even if you're going for a vacation, you have a plan. You will know where you want to go. How do you get there? What is the budget? You have a plan for all those things, and yet you don't have a plan for growing yourself. This is the first understanding that you need to get. It's your responsibility. It's not the company's responsibilities. It's not your parents' responsibilities. It's not your husband, your wife's responsibilities. It is your responsibility to have a plan for your personal growth. Now, that's the first understanding that should lead you to action. Okay. The questions that so many times got brought up is this: how do you grow your organization? How do you grow your company? How do you grow your church? How do you grow whatever organization? How do you grow your organization? The answer is always grow the people inside. When you grow the people, the organization will grow. Then the next question is, how do you grow the people? The answer is grow yourself. When you grow yourself, you will help your people to grow. So many instances that we found that a company, organization got stuck because the leader on the top stopped learning, stopped growing. And then over there, they just got stuck. So that's why when we have the position to lead, to be the examples, we need to keep growing and growing, and that takes a plan. So we go to the growth traps. The first trap is the assumption gap. I assume that I will grow automatically. This is the first assumption that I mentioned. A lot of us think that if I'm working in this company, if I'm working there, and then we will automatically grow. Not every time. Especially if the company is not giving you training, if the company is not giving you a regular, injection of seminar training, you probably need to do it yourself to really keep growing. So don't assume that you will automatically grow. The second gap traps is the knowledge gap. I don't know. I don't know how to grow. A lot of us really don't know. How then? I don't know how to grow. So when we don't know how to grow, life will choose the lesson. Do you understand what I mean? That life choose lessons for all of us. It means it's random. And a lot of time it's hard because we don't choose the lesson for us. In my mentoring, business mentoring, probably 15 years ago, my mentor told me to have a big goal, a hard goals to achieve, a goal that gives me headache, a goals that makes my life harder because I have to keep thinking about it, spending time, keep fighting it. It's just not pleasant. And then I said, why do I have to make my life harder by having a higher goal? And then he told me, because if you don't do it for yourself, life will do it for you. So it's better that you choose the lesson, even though if it's hard, it's your choice. Because otherwise, when we are not preparing, we will be repairing. So in this life, when we are not ready, we will be in the mode of keep repairing, and that's not easy. So I would rather just have my own agenda and then pursue my own dreams. At least that's my choice. So if you don't know how to grow, then you should start to make a decision what's important for you and start writing it down and pursue that. Okay, the next gap is the timing gap. A lot of us are not growing because we always think it's not the right time to begin. Well, there's so many reasons for not growing. For example, oh, I just deliver my first baby, so my focus, my energy is for the baby. That is true. Or maybe, well, right now I'm so busy with my work that I don't have energy and time to actually to pick up any books. True. Or maybe because, oh, right now my focus is on my recovery for my health. Whatever the reason that always put us in this mode, it's not the right time. It's not the right time to begin. But I'm challenging you, whatever it is that you're facing today, today is the right time to begin. Start with the small thing, because you need to be intentional for growing yourself. Don't let the timing, keep getting postponed and postponed and postponed. So there is the law of diminishing intent. Let's see if I can put it on a note here. The law of diminishing intent. Mm, chat. Okay, can you see the chat? I put the chat there. The law of diminishing intent. It's on the book. The longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater the odds that you will never actually do it. So if we keep postponing things that we know it has to be now, the greater the odds, the greater the chance that we will never ever do it. So I learned that I apply the 5 minutes rule. For me, it's the 5 minute rules. For everything that I know that I need to do, but it's so hard to do it that I'm so inclined to postpone it. I always do just do it first for 5 minutes. That's all I'm doing. Just 5 minutes. Whether that's walking or walking at the treadmill or doing some workout or reading a book, I'm just going to do it 5 minutes. That's it. And then I'm going to stop. Just start for 5 minutes. Cleaning the house, putting things to be tidy, whatever it is that I know I really want to postpone every time. I always say, I'm just going to do it first for 5 minutes, even when I don't feel a thing. I just don't want it, but I just do it for 5 minutes. And that has been working for me, has been working fine with me. So I finish book just because of doing that. I finish project because I'm doing that. I finished cleaning just because of doing the 5 minutes. So try it, try it. Just do it first for 5 minutes and then stop after 5 minutes. You stop. But usually once you get into the group, usually you don't want to stop. But again, try it. So that's the law of diminishing intent. And wait, the mistake gap. I'm afraid of making a mistake. Okay, a lot of us that don't want to try something new, don't want to go to some place because we are afraid that we will make mistakes. We don't want to take risk. But growth requires us to actually make mistakes and learn from it. Make mistakes and learn from it. You know what I love when I read this? Let's see. See if I have it here earlier. Life at Pika is a safe haven where people can make mistakes, learn, and grow. So when's the last time you make mistakes? Are you so afraid to make mistakes that you actually don't learn anymore? You see, the problem is a lot of times we don't try again because we are so afraid that we will make mistakes. That's how we're gonna stop learning. So mistakes is actually part of progress. As long as you know, you will learn from your mistakes. So if you want to be safe, stay safe, then you're gonna have a very boring life because you don't try anymore, you don't spend money anymore for certain things. You just, just play it safe. And then I'm not saying that you have to be intentional in making mistake. No, I'm asking you to be intentional in learning new things, in trying new things. You see, Epica is a safe haven where people can make mistakes, can learn and grow. That's exactly wonderful things. You make mistakes, you learn, and then you grow. And then while you're growing, you make mistakes again, but then you learn and then you grow. That is the circle, the cycle of keep growing. And that is wonderful. This is a safe haven. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. And once you learn from your mistakes, share it with your friends. Share it with the people in your organization. Okay, next. The perfection gap. I have to find the best way before I start. Well, the truth with learning is you take one step and then you'll see part of the road being revealed. You take another step and then you will see another part of the road being revealed. But if you do not take step, all you see is the same thing, whether it's dark, whether it's just shadowy, blurry, it will get clear once you take a step. So you don't need to find the best way before you start. You just need to start. And really, there is a saying that says the teacher appears when the student is ready. The teacher appears when the student is ready. I find that to be true, that I actually met someone that I never thought that I could meet. I got invited to talk to someone that I never thought I could. That happens just because I put myself in a position that I'm actually ready to meet that person. So if we don't put ourselves in a position to meet the teacher, then don't cry like nobody want to teach me, nobody want to mentor me, because you don't put yourself in that position. So don't wait until you find the best mentor, until you find the best book, until you find the best video, until you find the best trainers. Don't wait. Just whatever it is that is available to you right now, just take it. Okay, and then the next one is inspiration gap. I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. You know, going to the gym, going to the sport place, it's never like, oh, I want to go, I want to do it, I want to force my body to lift weights. I don't find that to be true, because a lot of time I just have to force myself even when I don't feel like it. It's raining outside, but I have to walk. It's raining outside, but I have to go to the gym. I have to lift weight. um I have to do it even when I don't feel like doing it. So don't wait until you have that feeling. The feeling will follow your action. I need to repeat this. The feeling will follow your action, not the other way around. Maxwell said that whiner always want to feel before they do. That's what whiner do. Whining, 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 because they want to feel before they do. Winner, on the other hand, they do, and then the feeling will follow. The emotion will follow the action. So winner always just, you know what, just do it, just get it done. And a lot of times when I arrive at the gym, even though I don't feel like it, but when I start doing it, and then the feeling follows, like, yeah, I feel good. I'm here at the gym, I do my workout, and I get it done. So the feeling will follow the emotion. Okay, that's what you should do. Now, the next one is the comparison gap. Others are better than I am. When I went to the gym, it's it's very intimidating. You know, they have better muscles, better body, better shapes, and they're thinner, they're better looking. It's just intimidating to meet with people like that. But what I find out, people who are actually still growing and still learning, they love to share. It's so true. And a lot of people who actually stop learning, they actually don't no longer love to share. They want to keep what they have. So when I went to the gym, it's no longer that I compare myself to them, but I come and I ask questions. I'm asking them, what's your eating habits? I'm asking them, what happened if you got hungry at night? What do you do? Because I got, hungry at night. What do you eat? What do you do? I keep asking them, how many times do you, do this leg day? And then how many times do you do your chest day? Whatever. I keep asking, and they love sharing it. They love sharing it. So instead of feeling intimidated, I find out they're actually where I should learn from. So don't just feel comfortable being good and then with people who's not learning, but get into the place where actually people are much better than us. Get in there, learn from there. So don't compare, because everyone has their own different seasons. So the next one is the expectation gap. I thought it would be easier. I thought it would be faster. But we should know, if you want to grow, you have to fight for it. Really, really fight for it. It's not going to be easy. You really have to crawl sometimes, because there's nothing you can do, but you just need to keep going. Sometimes you run, sometimes you sprint. It depends on your season. But many times, even if you need to crawl, crawl, because you need to keep going. So it's not easier than that. You have to pay the price. You have to be consistent. That's why it's very important. You have the community for it. Okay, there is the formula for growth. A lot of people say, oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. So luck has a formula. What is the formula for luck? First is preparation, which is growth, plus the attitude, plus the opportunity, plus the action. That becomes luck. This is the extended version of luck formula. I used to only use the preparation meets action. That's luck for me. But Maxwell add more than that. It says that not only preparation, you need to have the right attitude, and then you need to meet the opportunity, and then you have to do something about it. So that's how you get luck. So making the transition to intentional growth. Ask the big questions. What is the big question? Ask yourself, where do you want to go? Who do you want to become? You need to answer that for your own. Where do you want to go? And then ask, what's the farthest you can imagine? What I have been wanting for myself is from the beginning is I want to develop, I want to build a leadership center. And then if I'm being asked, how far can you see yourself going? I don't know. At the moment, it's probably worldwide, certain countries, but that's very limited to what my imagination can do. I'm not such a vision person because of my personality too, but I'm learning from other people who actually have big visions. I learn from them. So ask the big questions. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And how far you want to go? Now, again, we have learned not asking how long does it take. How long does it take only gets you certain goals, but how far can you go? And then the B is do it now, do it now, do it now. Because later is a dream killer. I have this quote. Here. So later is one of those dream killers, one of the countless obstacles we put up to derail our chances of success. That is later. So every time you say later, later, we're killing our dreams bit by bit. So do it now. Do it now. And face the fear factor. What is it that make me so afraid? For me, it's probably fear of failure. For me, is going out of my comfort zone that I might lose what I already have. Or maybe because of people's opinion. You know, when I went to the gym and then I put my a goal, I share it to my sisters, and then they laugh of what my goal is about. They just laughed, and because it's quite high up there, but that's my goal. But I no longer fear of uh, what what people gonna tell me, what people gonna say about their opinion. I no longer fear about that. It's okay. It's my life. It's my responsibilities. They cannot do it for me. I need to do it for myself. So whatever it is that you're fear, that you're scared of, you have to face it. And then the next one is change from accidental growth to intentional growth. Change from accidental growth to intentional growth. So we're going to take time right here. You need to put numbers on each line. So where you are right now. So are you the type that plans to start tomorrow, or you are the type that insists on starting now? So if you are in the middle, then you put 5 there on that line. But if you know that, well, I'm the type that want to start tomorrow, just tomorrow, just tomorrow, then you put probably 2 or 3 right there. So if you're the type who waits for growth to come, or you take responsibility to grow, you also put numbers there. Are you the type who learns only from mistakes? Or you learned before mistakes? Put numbers over there. You depends on good luck, or you relies on hard work? Are you the type who quits early and often? Or you perseveres long and hard? You keep going, you keep going. You the types who falls into bad habits or fights for good habits? Are you the type who talks big, like you know a lot of things, like you know stuff, like you plan stuff? Or you just the type who just follow through, take a step, follow through? Are you the type who plays it safe, or are you willing to take risks? So put the number where you are right now. Do you think like a victim, or you think like a learner? A victim blames other people. A victim blames the circumstances. A learner takes responsibility. Do you rely on talent alone, or you rely on character? So you stop learning after graduation, or you never stop learning? Now, where you put the number today, after 7 sessions, you should compare the number again. Hopefully, all of us are on a number 8 and up. You know, we are very intentional in growing. But right now, we assess ourselves where we are. We need to be honest. We need to give ourselves a chance. Hey, this is where I am right now, on 3, on 4, or 5. But this is what I'm gonna do, because at the end, I'm gonna fight for number 9. That's gonna be wonderful. And that's gonna be impactful for wherever you are. Okay? Now, we just learned you need to review the gaps. You need to start asking yourself which gaps presented the greatest challenge for you. You just see right now, are you the type who assume that you will automatically grow? Or you right now, you don't know how to grow? Or you always feel like it's not the right time? You always feel like later is later is later is later, and never start? Or because you're afraid of growing, you're afraid of trying something new, you're looking for more and more comfort zone? Or maybe you're just having perfection. Or you always feel like, I need to be motivated enough. I need inspiration to grow. Or maybe, which one of all these 8 that has been the greatest challenge for you? And start making plan of how to defeat this gap. And hopefully you put the actions that you will take to defeat these gaps that you are facing. Okay, the last one for this chapter is overcome growing pains. Take some time. This is gonna be a homework. Take some time. Write your growth plan. What's your plan to defeat all the gaps that you're facing? As we already learned, I know right now it's 10 o'clock there. Hopefully you can start writing it down when we finish this class, this session of which gap and what you're gonna do. And then look at your calendar for the next year. Your calendar will tell you if you're intentional with your growth. Your budgeting, your money also will tell you if you're intentional in growing. A lot of times we are not afraid to spend for Netflix subscribers or Prime for whatever that I'm subscribing also, but probably I'm afraid to buy books. That will tells me my priority. So remember, growing is not a goal. It is a lifelong journey. Okay, you must start with being intentional. It's the beginning of the action. Okay, that's the end of chapter 1, the law of intentionality. I would open the time for questions. You can write it down or you can open your mic, please.